changing your life sounds exciting until you actually start doing it. And then it just feels uncomfortable and awkward and honestly frightening. In my last two videos, I tell my story and how backpacking changed my life and how I left everything and moved across the country. And that was only 3.5 years ago. And in this video, I wanted to share with you a little bit about the steps of changing your life. And you don't want to think about it too big, because sometimes when you think about changing my life, it just seems overwhelming, and then you're going to have all these obstacles in the way. If you feel like you want to change and you see too many obstacles to start, you are definitely not alone. I felt this so many times, whether it's backpacking alone, teaching fitness classes, leaving my relationships, traveling by myself, and just leaving my old life and coming to the Rockies. On one hand, you think it's gonna feel great, and you're gonna do so much, and you're gonna be so much happier. And on the other hand, it feels lonely, uncomfortable, and almost impossible. And I think a lot of people quit here and give up on their ideas, and they just go back to the regular routine that they know. Not because they can't do it, but because they think that the discomfort that they are feeling means that they're doing something wrong and it's the wrong choice. But I'm here to tell you what I've learned, especially through hiking, is that the discomfort that you're feeling is actually a sign that you're doing something right. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. So when I started hiking, everything, even now as experienced as I am, everything feels hard. I'm out of breath, I'm too hot, or I'm too cold. My legs are burning, and I'm questioning, why am I even out here? But that doesn't mean that hiking isn't for me and then I need to do something else. It just means my body is adapting, my mindset is getting stronger every time I push through the uncomfortable feeling. So in that analogy, every time you do something new, your mind starts to play tricks on you. It makes everything feel more intense and more uncertain. I don't know why our minds do this. I guess because we just want to be safe. And I love hiking. I love hiking on the same trails, especially because I'm familiar with them. And I know every time I hike a new trail, that's when the anxiety kicks in. And I literally have to talk myself into doing this. I can do this. I've done this before on different, I mentally have to prepare myself every single time. And it's so annoying that I have to keep doing it, but it really is practicing. So changing your life is uncomfortable because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, not because it's wrong. And when I say changing your life, it could be the smallest thing. It could be from getting up a little bit earlier, going to bed. It doesn't have to be this dramatic change that I have done. But here are some actionable steps to get you through. I need to check out where the dog is here. There you are. Hi. All right, so some actionable steps is to expect discomfort. It's not going to feel good all the time. And if you expect it to be all highs, you're going to quit real fast. So expect it to be messy, awkward, uncomfortable, especially at the beginning. Expect to make mistakes. Actionable step number 2 is make the change small. Start small. Give yourself the confidence to know that you can do this. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. When I decided to move and be here in Alberta instead of Ontario, I didn't just do it all at once. I actually was just doing a working holiday. I didn't even think that I would move out here full time. And so I just did small steps of just taking a sabbatical and finding a temporary job here and just a place to rent for 6 months. Those were small steps that felt safe because I at that time thought I was going home. Um, so the point is just take small steps. And if you want to do something like hiking and you've never been on a backpacking trip, start small. Go for small walks. Start small, short hikes with a backpack on. Camp by yourself somewhere. That's how it started for me. Don't trust the thoughts in your head during those hard moments. There is a term that we hikers use is don't quit on a bad day, because when you're having all these negative things and emotions, that's when it feels the hardest. Because your brain is trying to pull you back to where it's safe and it's familiar, and that voice, and I have it all the time, tells me to turn around halfway through the hike, even though I am fully capable of finishing it. I always have to focus on how I feel after, not in the middle of it. How I feel after. So if you're doing a big hike, imagine how you're going to feel when you finish it. It's just you're going to feel confident and feel so good and all those endorphins. So it helps you to push through it. Or when you do a workout and you don't want to get up out of bed, think about how you're going to feel after. I never heard of someone that goes to the gym and say, oh, I regret going to the gym and waking up and going. No, never. I've never heard anybody. I always hear people, oh, I should have gone. I should have done. I should have blah, blah, blah. I hear it all the time. If you're in that place right now where you don't know how to start and you just want to just keep going with your normal routine, then I encourage you to just get out of that mental stuckness, that mental block. Start small, start consistent, and trust that it gets easier. If you have to listen to motivational videos like I do all the time, do it. It says the same message all the time, but I love watching these motivational videos because it resets my brain. We're human. Our bodies and our brains want to be comfortable. I don't know why. I haven't figured out. But why is it the path of least resistance, the easier path, always leads to decisions later down the road that are not conducive to our well-being, right? Sitting on the couch and having all the junk food and not exercising, like, then later on we feel more tired and more stuck and more depressed, and I don't know. Why can't it be like we jump out of bed and we want to go do these things, but instead it's just easier to stay stagnant. But then, like a pond staying stagnant, we feel gross. We feel gross, we look gross. Anyways, that's the video for today. The dog is just loving running around in snow. I am done with the snow. Spring could come anytime now. All right, till the next one. Thanks for watching.